for a peach on a sofa in San Jose. How are you doing? This is Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. I hope you're good. I hope you're genki. Can you hear me? Anybody out there? Great to see people in the chat already. That's awesome. It is Saturday, July the 13th in Japan. Currently 1:05 p.m. Just had some lunch, some lovely Japanese chicken curry. That was very nice. So I'm all hot and sweaty and spicy, ready to go. Because it's hot, it's hot, it's hot over here. It's 28 degrees C, 82 Fahrenheit for you people in the States. I know, doesn't sound too bad. Oh, not bad, eh? 82, yeah, but add on to that the humidity, the moistness, the moisture. I know you've got a very hot, sticky day. But good news is, it's a long weekend. A long weekend this weekend. How awesome is that? Let me tell you why. But before I do that, let me just shout out in the chat. That's what I started to say, and now I'm completely distracted already. Off to a winning start. Blair de Blair, good to see you, mate. I hope you're genki. Oh, Salty just sent me a hot Linda Carter picture. I'm going to share it, mate, later. Dwayne's in the chat. Good to see you, Dwayne. I hope you enjoyed some good comics. It was a great week for indies, I will say, this week. Oh, hell, who else we got? David. David Glenn, great to see you. Are you good? Are you genki? Are you enjoying the heat where you are? And smile a while for me. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for jumping in. That's brilliant. We've also got Roman of the Empire. Empire. I went really British then, didn't I? Oh, the Empire. Salute to Roman. Captain, my captain. Were you my captain? Walt Whitman. Right, what was I going to share? I was going to talk about, not Linda Carter, not yet, but just let me share something about this national holiday we have. On Monday in Japan, it is, here we go, and this is your Japanese lesson for the day, for the stream. It's called, well, in English it's Marine Day or Sea, Ocean Day, but in Japanese it's Umi no Hi. Umi is sea, ocean, okay? No is like the Japanese possessive, like, what do you call it, apostrophe S. And Hi is day. So in Japanese it translates as sea, I don't know, how would you translate a possessive, whatever. Sea's day. Ocean's Day. So Umi no Hi, or Marine Day, became a national holiday in Japan in 1996. Oh, 96. Where was I? What was I doing? Oh my God, I was still working at HMV in Manchester, and it was 2 years before I went to Australia for a year with my best mate, and it changed my life. So 1996. Before then, it was originally known as Marine Memorial Day, which was established in 1941, folks, to commemorate the Meiji Emperor's return to Yokohama from his journey to the Tohoku region in 1876. Wow, that was a bit of a mouthful. That's the history of the day. Basically, it's an excuse for families to go out to the sea if they can go. Go down to the ocean, go down to the sea, have a bit of a swim, have a snorkel, go like snorkeling looking for boobs. No, I'm joking. So yeah, that is, where are we? Stop sharing. That is the public holiday coming up. So that means I've got Saturday, today, Sunday and Monday. 3-day weekend. Yes! How awesome is that? Great. We also have, hey, Steve Kenobi. I am very well. Good to see you, man. How are you doing? I hope you too are genki, and I hope life is treating you well. Good to catch up, everybody. Do hit that button. Hit the like button if you feel like it. You can order waffles. I will try to send them to your house. See what happens. Or you can also order sushi, but I wouldn't advise it because it's very hot in Japan. By the time it gets to your house, it's going to be stinking, isn't it? Yes, Dwayne, Geiger and Transformers were two really good Image Comics releases for this week. Really good indie comics right now, tell you. I was struggling to find DC and Marvel, although do have one of each, and we recorded a show, and me and Jim recorded his Best of the Week, which he'll be dropping later, I think. And there are 2 DC titles, I won't spoil it, and only one from Marvel. Can you guess what the Marvel one was? It wasn't X-Men, by the way. Okay, I think we're caught up. Yeah, great to see everybody, and I love it when you guys and girls are chatting in the chat, because that's what it's there for. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so where are we? Oh, covered in oh my God, mosquito bites. Smile. That's terrible. Do you know, it's been that hot and humid in Japan recently. Not so bad today. Today's a bit cooler. It's been so mental. The mosquitoes have kind of like passing out. They can't take it. So we've not had it too bad yet. Apparently, I heard they prefer a temperature, is it between like 20, 22, 20, 26, 28, something like that? That's what they say. But it is humid, so they do like that, don't they? So yeah, you got to be careful when you go out. DC and Marvel in the toilet. It's all a cash grab, isn't it, Dwayne? A bit like that, what was it, the Robin Lives issue that came out. Yo, Fear Monarch, how are you, man? Great to see you. Cooked birds are dropping out of the skies. Really? Is it that hot? It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so a few things to talk about today. It's kind of a more of a winging it, a giddy, that's Japanese for last minute, giddy stream, but I wanted to do something. I wanted to talk, just have a bit of a laugh, you know, cheer you up, hopefully, if you're feeling down, or maybe piss you off if you're not. Who knows? Anything goes with Gray, Wakizashi Gray. So, Salty's saying that, this is to Roman, by the way, Salty, I'm building a bunker with Sasquatch listening to this. My God, have you got Sasquatch as like, what do you call it? Doormen or something? Security guards? Or are you talking about something else? Is it a kind of beer or a nice style of tobacco? Yes, Stig, I am excited. I still can't believe it. Most people can't. England somehow, by playing really boring football until the last game, arguably, the first half was pretty good. England have made it to the final of the European Cup, which is the European countries, not the clubs, the club teams, the country teams. So guess who we're playing in the end, and guess why we're going to lose? Spain, España, and they are looking so strong. So somehow England got to the final. We're facing off to Spain. It's Sunday night, I think, European times. That means Monday morning for me, 4 a.m. But it's a holiday. Fantastic, it's a holiday, so yeah, I'll be able to get up early and then go back to bed. I just hope we don't get hammered. I mean, absolutely hammered. We could do, we could get completely, what do you call it, crucified. Can I say that? Can I say that on YouTube? Oh, I don't care, I already did. We could do with Bigfoot, actually. Bigfoot in goal, possibly, Salty. He could take out the Spanish team. And speaking of that, I know you're not a lot you into football, soccer, but for the Spanish side, there's a 16-year-old playing. 16! Like a high school student, 16. In Japan, he would be a high school student. And he's really good. Unbelievable, right? We've also got some young players as well. I think, under 20s. And that's where the hope for the future seems to be coming from. Stig saying that he's been rooting for England since the 90s. Norway hardly ever qualifies for anything. Yeah, but I think you've beaten us in your time, Norway. Yes, Roman, and I can see you guys in the chat. Dwayne, Absolute Power DC was off to a good start. I didn't read the tie-in issue, Dwayne. And speaking of that, where are we? Let me share my screen. Just do a little bit of comic talk before we go on. Oh my God. I'm getting distracted by Linda Carter. Now, this is actually an earlier. This is not the one that Salty's talking about. This is an earlier photo he shared with me. Shall I do it? Shall I share this now? Don't kill me. Don't kill me in the chat. Don't get angry with me, Smile. Oh my goodness. Isn't she beautiful? Oh. Linda Carter, great signature as well. So yeah, she will always be my Wonder Woman. Absolutely fantastic. Well, anyway, just got really hot in here, didn't it? What's going on? So yeah, I was going to share about the comics, wasn't I? So, give you an idea what came out. And I know if you watch my Monday morning show where I just shout out what I'm looking forward to, you could see there were a lot coming out. But out of the top there, you can see like the Spider-Man, there's Action Comics. They were okay, nothing special. A brand new issue of X-Men, #1, which wasn't very good. It was disappointing, in my opinion. Jim had the same opinion. Apparently Jim got attacked on his video review. Maybe he was a bit harsher than me. The Ultimates 2 was a strange one. I felt like I'd missed an issue, if that makes sense. It was weird. But yeah, top row there, come on. Transformers. It was amazing. That's my pick of the week, by the way. That's my book of the week. Transformers issue 10 was incredible. If you've not checked out my review, do have a look later on. It's just Beachcomber's story. I've no idea about the characters, but it was so much fun. But what I want to share with you are the lesser known indie titles. Going down a little bit. I also loved Geiger. Geiger issue 4 was really, really good. Gorgeous art in that and great colouring. It really pops off the page. Where are we? Gotham by Gaslight Roman. Yes, the Kryptonian Age. I enjoyed it, although it's been getting mixed reviews. Some people like it. Some people saying it's it's a bit too slow. It's plodding. Now it is a 12-issue run, so the guy's going to take his time. But I've enjoyed the setting up, the building up of the world, the kind of nods of the tips of the hat to at the Mountains of Madness, Lovecraft. There's a bit of that in there. Always like a bit of that. But I'm waffling. Let me keep going down. My God, the best Marvel comic this week, Get Fury, issue 3. Just so good. And did you know, I read this in an interview from Garth, I think Garth Ennis, it's a story that Marvel have had since 2019. They've been sitting on it. And for some reason, they decided to release it now. It's so good. It's like proper Frank Castle Punisher, and it's proper original Nick Fury. Nothing wrong with Sam Jackson, but they kind of changed the character to match the MCU, didn't they? The original Nick Fury's in it. It's like captured by the Viet Cong, so Frank Castle's gone to either take him out with extreme prejudice or rescue him, Nick Fury, from the camp, the Hanoi Hilton. It's so good. But again, I'm waffling. Let me keep going. I've got some shout outs. Lesser known indies that you might not have heard of. Here's the first one. Dawnrunner, issue 4. Now this is from Jim more than me. I need to get back into this. I did read issue 1 and it's cool. People have been saying, think about, is it Gundam? What do you call it? I've forgotten the name now. My God, Mobile Suit Gundam or Pacific Rim. But also, Jim was saying Kaiju number 8. If you've ever read that manga or seen the recent anime, it's cool. It's a bit like kind of mecha suits in this, but also crazy monster attacks from another dimension. The art is excellent by Evan Kagel. Let me see if I can share. Will this work if I do this? Where are we? Dawnrunner. Boom. Make it full screen, folks. Let me just double check. This is showing on StreamYard. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go. So Ram V's writing this, and he tends to do better with indie comics. We've got art by Evan Kagel. Just give you an idea, give you a look at some of the art. Scroll down a bit. It's cool. It's sci-fi, futuristic setting. A bit dystopian. Can't even say it. Dystopian. There's some of the characters. So it is an indie style, but I like this artist style. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this image. You don't want them panicking. What do you think they're going to do if they have to watch her die? Great. Look at that suit there, that mecha. Fantastic. So yeah, really enjoying this. As I say, well, Jim is. I need to get back into it. I read issue 1. I did enjoy it, but there's only so much time to review. And this is a review copy, by the way. So you'll see the Dark Horse logo, the bottom corner. Yeah. So have a look if you're interested. It's only issue 4. There's still time to jump in on Dawnrunner. Let's go back to the new comics. Okay. And don't worry, I'm going to keep this brief. I'm not going to waffle on too long about these, but that was the first one. I've got 2 more to shout out. Check this out. Again from Dark Horse. Kill All Immortals. Basically, Succession meets John Wick, as they say in the synopsis, with immortal Vikings. Come on, Salty. I know I've got you interested in that already. Let's see. Let me show you some of the art from inside. Here we go. Again, this is a review copy. It's written by Zach Kaplan, and it's got art by Fico Ossio. Colours by Tiago Rocha. Almost a bit like a James Bond issue here. Look at this. I thought this guy was a bit like a spy or James Bond. Huge bloodied axe here. What's going on? Not sure. We've got a really rich family of immortals. As I say, a bit of a John Wick and Succession style to it. Doesn't hold back on the violence, if you don't mind that. If you like a bit of violence. A bit brutal at times. Only the first issue, but I'd say this didn't make the pick of the week show, but it was close for me. Probably like 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. You goddamn barbarians. Aye, we can be barbaric if you prefer, but we're just here for that contract. Now that we have your attention, let's talk business. So yeah, this is looking good. And just one more. It is the most bizarre comic that's out at the moment. The most psychedelic, possibly. I'm really enjoying this. This is out there. It's called Precious Metal, and this is issue 2. Written by Darcy Van Poltergeist. I always want to say that. I think it's pronounced Polgeist. Art by Ian Bertram. It's just completely mental. I can't even describe it hardly. I'll show you the art. Here we go. Think about Moebius, you know, the French artist from back in the day. That kind of style. Weird, dystopian, freaky. Not everyone's cup of tea. Jim was saying he was put off by the cover for some reason, but look at this. I think this is great art. It's something different. There we go. Just out there, isn't it? It looks like it's a European, like a bande dessinée, you know, the European or the French graphic novels. And apparently there's a massive scene over there. They take the comics seriously still. Put out some beautiful editions. But yeah, just a strange future space fantasy story involving family, regret, that kind of thing, and just bizarre characters. What is going on? Just want to scroll down to one scene in here which goes completely almost, is it MC Escher style? Where is it? The Temple of 12, not here. Please excuse the moving on the screen. Almost there. Look at this here, what's going on? I can feel it. The name of the star is Crunch. Let's get splattered. Where are we? God, these issues are long. Here we go. These issues are long. These are like 50 pages of story. Well, about 48 probably with the commercials. 48 pages of story. It's really inventive. It's original. It's something different. If that's what you're looking for, maybe give it a shot. Okay, let me get back. Let me get back to the chat and stop sharing. Boom. There we go. Okay. Zax is in the chat. You know why Marvel hid good Punisher and Nick Fury? Yeah, mate, you know, need I say? Say no more. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, imagine if they released a new Punisher series with Garth Ennis writing and Jason Burrows on the art, you know, old style or real original Frank Castle. I'm sure it would quickly become a bestseller. Stig, I miss comics being sold in my area. Used to be tons when I grew up. Now they only sell Donald Duck comics. Not kidding. That's all that's left. Really? Donald Duck. My God. How about Scrooge? Scrooge McDuck. Good to see Tim. Tim in the chat. On your left. How you doing, Tim? I hope you're Genki. Are you enjoying the Acolyte? Anyway, I said the magic word. Oh my God. Oh my God, I've got to drop a clip now. What does it mean? What does it all mean? I'll tell you what it means. As he searches desperately. I don't know anything. That's all I know, folks. That is all I know. Yeah, get Fury, Roman. It's only up to issue 3. Pick it up. It's great. Vietnam set story, so it's, you know, back in the day, original Frank Castle, original Nick Fury, and it's Garth Ennis, so it's kind of pushing the boundaries a little bit. It's brutal, it's a bit gory, but it's got a good story, and it's getting into, like, you know, who are really the bad guys. It's not like anti-America, it's not, you know, it's showing like both sides. It's interesting. There's all sorts going on. All sorts. Zax, how you doing? You Genki? How was your holiday? How was your trip? I hope it was a trip. Exactly, Fearmonic. So many comics and so little time. Absolutely. What's Salty saying? I bet that indie comic doesn't sell $500 statues of unknown characters nobody buys. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like a bande dessinée. Yeah, it is, David. That's what I think. Where are we? Okay, let me see. Who is here? Everyone's here. Did they catch up? DJ Ronnie G. You're right, mate. That blocky stuff did look a bit like Minecraft, didn't it? Yeah. Good shout out. Very true. Okay, so we caught up on that. That was me. Rare comics to recommend this week. You know, little known comics maybe. There were a lot out. There were a lot, and definitely worth looking. But what's interesting is how much I think India are taking over now. I don't think they're outselling, but they're getting close to, you know, competing properly with DC and Marvel. And there's no need to ask why, is there? DC and Marvel mostly continue to put in on like less than exciting, shall we say, writers. Maybe not so much the artists. Some of the art is still good, but sometimes it isn't. But they're not prepared to pay for the talent. And maybe because, you could argue there are reasons more than money behind that. Maybe they're pushing the whole DEI thing, to get them funding for that, blah, blah, blah. It could be that, I don't know. But I just think that maybe comics are not so much struggling, but they're nowhere near as strong as they used to be as an industry. A lot of people kind of just walked away. So, yeah. Or a lot of people, hopefully, are turning on to indie a lot more. So we've got this fantastic competition now between Image with, it's basically Image, isn't it? Image have got the Energon universe, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Cobra, that kind of thing. And they've also got the Ghost Machine titles. Now Ghost Machine's kind of its own thing, but it is being published by Image. With Ghost Machine, you've got 3 excellent comics. They're all about issue 3. Issue 4 of Geiger just came out this week. So issue 3 or 4, it's not too late to jump on. At the moment, they're all priced at $3.99, the original proper price. They're not $4 or $5.99 like Marvel and DC. And the quality is excellent. Really good art, excellent artists, good writers. I've not seen the physical copies, but I'm sure they look good. They must be. I think they use cardstock covers, so you get, good quality paper, hopefully. Not like Marvel's tissue paper or, tracing paper at times, where you hold the cover of a modern Marvel comic and then you look at your hand and you've got ink on your hand. You're like, oh, great. It's just like rubbing off on my hand. I could be exaggerating, but maybe not. What do you think? Yes, exactly, Fiamona. Come on to the indies. Come in, the water's fine. Okay, Zax, there were so many Portuguese people who were happy to tell me how much the Japanese hate Americans. Really? I thought you were going to say it was so happy to tell me how much they hate England as a team and as a nation and as a people. It's easy to hate us. We are the original enemy, aren't we? We are the number one. They weren't eager for my feedback. Okay. Japanese don't hate Americans. They've spent years trying to be America, haven't they? Or have they? Have they? That's the question. Barney the Two-Headed Wolf. What a great character in Geiger, Dwayne. Yeah. Oh my God, is he going to be okay? They've kidnapped Barney. Geiger's going John Wick. A lot of John Wick going on at the moment, isn't there? Fairmont's got a shout out as well for, there's a label called Distillery. It's hard to even read that. DSTLY. They put out kind of oversized, what do you call it? Prestige format. I'm not actually reading any. I was reading one Fairmont, but they're too expensive. And I don't know, maybe if I was back in my Vertigo days, I probably might pick them up. But it's just the price kind of priced me out at the moment, especially with the exchange rate. My God, with the Japanese yen dying on the vine. Yes, it is magazine-sized comic, a bit like Savage Sword of Conan. Salty, if you're there, what did you think of Savage Sword issue 3? I haven't done a review, haven't had time. I thought it was alright, it wasn't amazing. It was a bit minimal, the art style. The story was pretty good. If you like werewolves, it's a werewolf story, the main one. So maybe check that out. We got Dwayne, still pushing for Spawn Monolith. It's good that you really got into that, mate. I didn't get into it, but I think it's doing well. I think it's selling pretty well. It's close to Gunslinger Spawn. I was going to make a video of this, but I might actually share with you. I've got some of the supposed the best thing we've got to sales figures for comics for June this year. A friend shared them with me. A friend who's got another channel. Rocky. Reminds me of a clip. Rocky, where is it? I don't have it. I don't have it to hand. Never mind. But yeah, what was I saying? Rocky. Yeah, sales figures for June. Can you guess how many DC comic titles were in the top 10? And as I say, this is not completely accurate. It's based on about, 250 to 300 random comic book stores, not just in the States, around the world. So you've got that to think about. And it's about, it's a tiny fraction of what's being sold. But because it's coming from comic book stores themselves, it's not about how many they order, it's about how many they sell. It's like point of sale, which is more important, if you know what I mean. Shall I share it? Sort of like blathering away. What do you reckon? Are you interested? Will I lose you all? Okay, Salty, you like most of the art. Thought it was an interesting departure from issues 1 and 2. Savage Sword of Conan, yeah. I got you, mate, I got you. I mean, it's still, definitely worth buying if you're a Conan fan. I would say the main series is probably better, in my opinion. And that's not because it's in colour. It's just the story has been so good. And the art is outstanding. Let's have a look. Yeah, short and to the point. Dwayne, okay, where are we? I've got it downloaded somewhere. How do I do this? No idea. Let's go to my downloads. And June, here we go. It's actually the top 200, but I'll focus on the top 20 or maybe 50. What do you reckon? Fit to page. How do we do this? No. Page width. There we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. Back to you. Let me share screens. Everything goes quiet. So this is from June last year, and again, a lot of this depends on the date things are released. Sometimes titles are released right before the date cuts off for this, so they don't appear to be selling well when they probably are. That seems to happen with DC, so I don't know, how accurate these really are, as I keep saying. But look at this, it's interesting. There's one DC. Oh no, there are two in the top 10, and they're both Batman. Batman issue 148 and Batman 149. 8th and 10th in the top 10. But we had the new issue of Ultimates came out, that got number 1. Ultimate Spider-Man issue 6 was 2nd, with Amazing Spider-Man 51 3rd. Can't believe that's still selling so well. You've got a lot of loyal fans for that. X-Men 35, the conclusion of the last run, that did well. That jumped in at number 4, even though it was $10. $10. But look at this, Transformers issue 9, up at number 5. I mean, that is massive for Image. Think about it. They were lucky to get, anything in the top 20. I think they were doing it when Todd McFarlane did the Spawn universe kind of relaunch. When it first came out, like King Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn was doing really well. They've gone down now. But yeah, what else? Again, Amazing Spidey, because they released 2 issues a month because it's all about money from Marvel. Ultimate X-Men is still doing well. It's number 7. It's still top 10. Scarlet, issue 1, another Image Comics, part of the G.I. Joe or the Energon universe. That came in at 9th. And then, as I say, Batman. But even Destro came in at 11th. Look at that there. Destro, number 11. From Image. Great to see that. Now, to get to the next DC title, you've got to scroll down to number 14, top 14. Absolute Power, Ground Zero, and then Absolute Power, issue 1. They've made 14th and 15th. Then it's Marvel with DC. Gotham by Gaslight, Kryptonian Age, issue 1, dropped in at 19. And then Stig, if you're still there, you were talking about Donald Duck. Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime from Marvel Comics. That came out. That made number 20. I heard it wasn't very good, but anyway. And Zatanna, Black Label, Bring the House Down from DC, mature title. That came in at 21. So they're the ones I wanted to shout out, just top 20, to give you an idea. But that's like, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then count Batman twice. So 5. 5 DC Comics in top 20. 3 Image, and then the rest are Marvel. Look at Image. Come on. So yeah, that's enough of that. Okay, let's get back to you. The people who still buy Amazing Spider-Man are the same people buying those $500 statues. Yeah, man. I know. Thanks, Smile a While. You take it easy. I know, I'm not surprised. It's this comic talk, isn't it? It's sending you to sleep. But I really appreciate you jumping in. Thank you. That's been awesome. David Glenn saying, I only know of Boogie through Rick Berwick. Oh my God, I can't read. And that Zatanna book is the definition of mid. Fear Money. Yeah, it wasn't very good, was it? It was alright. Quite like the art, although some people didn't. Yeah, I thought the art was pretty good. Had a bit of an old-fashioned style to it. Yeah. It was by, God, and his name's gone. It escapes me. I think it's Javier Rodriguez. I'm just going off the top of my head. He did like the recent 5 years ago, History of Marvel comics, and they were really good. Did enjoy those. Cool. So, wow, we've hit 30 minutes. Gray's still going. Have I had a drink yet? I've got my Mugi cha, barley tea. It's not very nice, it's alright. No caffeine though. No caffeine. By the way, I love caffeine. I don't know why I said that. I need a strong coffee. Fearmonic saying, yeah, there were some borderline topless scenes of Zatanna. That's right, you got a little bit of side boob. So I'm looking the other way, picking up the nice covers we hardly ever get of her. I was just happy to have, like you say, mate, even a mini-series with Zatanna as a character, because I like the character. I've always liked the magic characters, the magic users in the DC universe. But yeah, it's Mariko Tamaki. She can be hit and miss with me. She can be alright sometimes. It's not a self-insert, thank God. That was okay. Oh, did you get... You just got a Kamala ad. Really, David? Kamala Khan? What was that? Was that advertising Miss Marvel, Disney Plus? You know what freaks me out? Like when I watch YouTube, I'm not on Premium anymore, so I get ads now as well. And even though I don't talk about it, I'm not reviewing it, I'm not watching it, I keep getting ads for the bloody Acolyte, Disney Plus in Japan. Like, subscribe to Disney. I don't want to subscribe. I don't want Disney Plus. I don't want to watch the Acolyte. Yeah. Oh, is it, Zax? It's MVP's birthday tomorrow. He's so young, he can just tell you his age without thinking about it. What is he like? 19? I know, I'm so jealous. So jealous. Our baby's all grown up, says Salty. Okay. Something else I was going to talk about was... Oh, I'll lose everybody. Everybody's gone. Not everybody. Quick, drop some emojis, Gray. Waffle warning coming on ahead. Here we go. I'd like to talk about books a little bit. I will talk about what I'm currently reading, and guess what it is? Here we go. I finished that awesome 5 December's book, The Hard Case Crime, by was it James Kestrel? Finished that last week. It was brilliant. Really good ending. Oh my God, loved it. Huge recommend. 5 Decembers, if you're not sure, it's Hard Case Crime. Do pick it up. But I went for a Dennis Lehane book it's a recent one called Small Mercies. I'm not going for his more famous ones. I went for this because I like the sound of the 70s setting. Let's have a look what it says about it. It's a 2023 crime mystery novel by American author Dennis Lehane, Small Mercies, yeah? The novel takes place in Boston in the summer of 1974 and centres Irish mob conflicts, a missing teenage white girl and a black man's murder in the days approaching the first day of school during the Boston busing crisis. So I've no idea about this. That's probably one of the reasons I went for this one. It's going to be a very interesting look into this part of 1970s America, which I say I have no idea about. 1974 as well, close to the year I was born. Let's have a look. I want to share just a little bit, just one passage from it. Where are we? Where are we? Chrome tab. Small Mercies, here we go. Don't worry, it's not going to... this one. It's not going to turn into Wakizashi's reading hour, but... I'm not even sure what chapter we're on here. Where are we? Chapter 11. I'm quite, I'm only 33. Hey, magic number. 33% of the way into the book. Page 99. But this is talking about one of the characters who's a cop called Coyne. Coyne. Great name. And he's just jumped out because with me reading Get Fury and the Vietnam story, he's talking about a little bit of his Vietnamese experience. This is a cop, yeah. He used to be a soldier in Vietnam. A Vietnamese hooker he'd thought was a friend once walked up to him in a club in Saigon and tried to cut his throat with a razor blade in her teeth. Bobby thought she'd been leaning in to give him a kiss until the last microsecond when he felt a voice in his chest scream whisper, "No, fuck no." Even as he chucked her off his lap, he felt an odd sympathy for her. If he were a Vietnamese bar girl, he'd want to kill his ass too. Man, this reminds me of an old movie, and I couldn't remember what it was, where there's a scene, not a Vietnamese movie, but there's a scene in like a 70s cop movie, I think, where, yeah, basically a hooker does the same thing, like pulls out a razor blade from her, in her mouth, and oh my god, yeah. If you know what that movie is, do let me know in the chat. But tell you, this book has been really good, really into it. Great character writing, great work. The main character's a woman who is like so cool. Heroine. She's a heroine. Like, it's great to have, like, where are we? Trying to find out. Is it Bobby? Not Bobby Mack. Mary Pat. There we go. Mary Pat. So it's going from her perspective, and it's her daughter who, in the beginning, she's gone missing. There could be like connection to this supposed possible racist crime, but I had no idea about this thing about the busing controversy in Boston, where they were going to start shipping white students to, is it black schools, and black students to white schools, or mixing them up, something like that. I don't know the full history, that's why I'm reading it. But yeah, Dennis Lehane, he can write really good characters, like working class, salt of the earth, realistic characters. It's just been really good. Okay, so that's enough of that. That's my recommendation for books. Where are we? Grey, too big. Godzilla Minus One has come out on Blu-ray 4K with English subtitles. Finally, fame on it, yeah. Have you seen it yet? I'm sure you all have, haven't you? It's so good. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? That's what I want to know. What am I missing in the chat? What am I missing? Zack Snyder in the chat with a double Y. I know, I don't know why I'm going so fast. I feel like, what's the word? I feel like if I stop and pause even for a few seconds, like everybody leaves. It's weird. It's the pressures of being an English teacher, and I don't speak this faster course at school in Japan. I've got to speak clearly, slowly, slow right down. So, but I appreciate you jumping in, mate. Thanks. And it's Culture Casino. Got you on while falling asleep. Brilliant. I love putting people to sleep. Listen to the soft and dulcet tones of my voice. Yeah, whatever. I'll start screaming now, or I might drop a jump scare, like Fearmonic was recommending. But great to see you, mate. And Mixie in the chat. Fort Apache the Bronx. Look at that. Look at Mick with the knowledge. Is that what it was? Awesome. I need to rewatch that. Oh my god. Yeah. Look at you knowing that. That's brilliant, mate. Fort Apache. Let's have a look. The Bronx. Now, don't forget, folks out there, I'm old, so that's why I've got these weird memories. 1981, crime action with Paul Newman. If it is this movie, let's have a look. Where's the IMDb? Too violent for its time, says the first review that popped up. Where are we? Awesome. Let me share my screen. Dude, awesome one. Great to see you, man. Hey. And Culture Casino. I hope you're Genki, mate. Hope you're Genki. Where are we? Okay, here we go. 1981, rated R, of course. 2 hours, 5 minutes. I don't hold much faith with IMDb, but it's convenient for, giving you some good kind of cryptic information, some behind-the-scenes stuff, and it says, in New York City, South Bronx's main police precinct is nicknamed Fort Apache by its employees. Bet you couldn't do that anymore, could you? Who feel like troopers surrounded by hostiles in a Wild West isolated outpost. Directed by Daniel Petrie, starring Paul Newman, Edward Asner, Ken Wall. Let's have a look. Look at some of the photos here from it. In black, ooh, very small. Oh my goodness, they're tiny. In black and white as well. Okay, let's get out of there. Let's see what people are saying. Here we go. I like to have a look at the reviews, just get a rough idea of what people are saying. The first one that pops up, underrated, almost cinema verite look at the Bronx Zoo of the 1970s. I remember when there was like a kind of a boom of Bronx-based movies, like Bronx Warriors. I remember that. This reviewer is saying they were taken aback when reading through the external reviews, seeing notable critics like Roger Ebert generally panning this movie. Not that it's a high water mark of filmmaking, but it's stylish, it's gritty, it's a well-constructed movie. The one major distracting element is Paul Newman. No way. His performance is not at fault by any standards. In fact, he's very good. But in this dark look at inner city dwellers and how they're prisoners of the crime and poverty that surrounds them, one of Hollywood's most notable actors just sticks out like a sore thumb. Excuse me. Again, not through any misstep that Mr. Newman might have made, simply because he is who he is. Yeah, I was surprised to see his name in this. When you mentioned the movie, I was thinking like, I don't know, Al Pacino, Serpico, something like that. Too big to fit into a movie about little people. Hey, what's wrong with the little people? Remember, if you're not cop, you're little people. Regardless, the movie is highly recommended for anyone wanting a unique look at inner city blight, the people who live in the setting and the men and women who try to protect them. There's nothing quaint about this movie. It's real and rough. You'll do better walking the beat in Beirut than you will here. Great quote. So there we go. Thanks for that, mate. That's cool. Stop sharing. Let's get back. Now I'm tempted to watch it. Try and find it if I've got it tonight. Yes. Cool. You sold me on the Transformers comics. Oh, brilliant, Stig. Yeah. As I was saying, it's not just me. People who are reading it are getting really caught up in it, really into it. Even non-Transformer fans like me, I had no really idea about them. I think I was the wrong age to catch it in the UK. I'm sure the cartoon was shown, but I don't remember it at all. I remember seeing a friend who had a Transformers toy. I thought it was awesome, but yeah, maybe it didn't take off in the UK. But I could be wrong. I was more. I remember He-Man at that time, same kind of time, wasn't it? We didn't have G.I. Joe either, as far as I remember, the cartoon. We had He-Man, we had Mysterious Cities of Gold, that awesome Japanese anime. English version, of course. Battle of the Planets, Ulysses, 33 was it? Yeah, stuff like that. Dr. Snuggles, Inspector Gadget, just throwing out names now. Danger Mouse, oh my god. But yeah, do check it out. It's gorgeous. The art is excellent. There's an artist change from issue 7, I think. It's first 6. It's writer-artist Daniel Warren Johnson, who is excellent, by the way. Recommend anything he's done. Especially his Beta Ray Bill miniseries for Marvel. And his Murder Falcon, awesome. Rock and Roll Heavy Metal series. Also Do a Powerbomb, which mixes wrestling with kind of hell and demons. And it's unbelievable. Anyway, the new artist is Jorge Corona, if I pronounce it. He's doing a really good job. He's just jumped in and just taken over and making the Transformers look like characters. They look amazing. I recommend Mystery Science Theater 3000 riffing Escape 2000. It's a movie about the Bronx as well. Okay, cool. Fairmont, thanks for the recommendation. Stig Kenobi. Yes, I know. G.I. Joe. We had the comic. And we had the action figures, but originally it was Action Man, and it became Action Force. And the old war comic Battle was turned into Battle Action Force. So we did get some of the storylines, but for a UK audience. Some of the characters were different, I think. Yeah, I used to buy the comic. I used to get it. It was a weekly as well, bigger size, like 2000 AD. No way. G.I. Joe Action Force. And eventually I think they did bring in the G.I. Joe characters, they changed it. You started to be able to buy the toys, but I was like 15 by then, 15, 16, I was getting out of it. Do a Powerbomb is tops. Fear Monarchy, is that his best work so far? Possible. Daniel Warren Johnson, by the way. Daniel Warren Johnson, I'll drop it in the chat if you don't know him. Really good. He started out as an artist, but he's also writing. He's writing now. He does a really good job. He did a Wonder Woman mini, Dead Earth, which has kind of had mixed reviews, but I liked it. I liked the art. And as I say, Murder Falcon, if you like metal, heavy metal, and crazy, not kaiju, but crazy monster characters mixing in with real people. That was cool. What else was it? Extremity, which was a kind of futuristic space fantasy. Yeah, Good stories, good stuff. But his art style maybe not for everybody. Just want to warn you about that. Where are we? I was going to go back to maybe can I share a Daniel Warren Johnson comic? Give you a look. What do I have that's handy? Because I've got my Kindle, my digital open at the moment. We have absolutely nothing. Nothing recently. Murder! I'll murder the pariahs! Murder Falcon. Let me show you a little bit of that. I don't have the first issue, but the first one I've got here is issue 3. Let me just share this a second. Let's have a look. Yeah, but do a Powerbomb is probably, I reckon it could be his best. Although people do love, what's it called? Beta. I always say Beta because I'm English, British. Beta Ray Bill. Okay, here we go. This is Murder Falcon. To give you a look. This is his style. Daniel Warren Johnson is a creator, artist, writer, and a letterer in this. He does awesome like hand lettering. He loves doing the onomatopoeia. Not much impressive yet, but it's just great character stories with weird monsters in. Here we go. Here's some of the crazy art. Look at this. Come on, we've got some guitar action going on here. Weird creatures being fought by what looks like, the Murder Falcon. It's a weird kind of mixture of an anthropomorphic falcon who plays a mean heavy metal guitar. What do you reckon? But yeah, just to give you an idea of the style, and this is quite early from him, so I think he's got stronger and stronger. His Transformers work was great, but as I say, he did the first 6 issues. So do look out for those. Get the trade paperback if you're interested. Yeah, look at this. Come on. It's so much like there's so much movement on the page. There's a little bit of a manga feel to it at times, but a great mix of American style and taking some of the things from manga. I love it. There we go. That was Murder Falcon. Let's go back. Go back to the library. Let me show you a little bit of Extremity while I'm there. Extreme Extremity. Where are we? What's a good one to show? Just randomly I'll pick issue 9. Share this tab instead. Okay. This is Extremity. Boom. Again, it's a similar style, but it's set in the future or in some like alternate dimension or alternate universe. Great action, good scenes, really good character work. Insane at times. Look at that, someone ripping out from what looks like a dinosaur. Unbelievable. You will be coming with me now. Yeah, good stuff. That's it for the comic recommendations. Okay, let's get back to the chat. See if anyone's still here. What are my thoughts on ASM right now? In its future? I'll tell you what. LOL High Pop. The last issue wasn't too bad. The first half of the latest issue of Amazing Spider-Man was actually like, oh wow, I remember Spider-Man. I remember this. It used to be kind of fun. But Zeb Wells lost it in the second half, in my opinion. So I've not really been reading it religiously, not every month or twice a month, just jumping in and out. I much prefer the Ultimate Spider-Man. Really enjoying that. And what was the other one? The Spider-Man Shadow of the Green Goblin or something. It's a kind of a throwback issue. It's set in the past, like early Peter Parker, early Spider-Man. That's been good. Been enjoying that too. But yeah, ASM, I don't know. Are you looking forward to the new writer? New writer is coming on. We think it's going to be Joe Casey. Is that right? No, it's not. What we're talking about? Completely wrong. Joe Casey? What are you talking about, Gray? I'm thinking of Neil before Zod. New Amazing Spider-Man writer. You know when you're streaming like and you're trying to remember what's going on. I thought it was Joe something. Joe Kelly. There we go, folks. Sorry about that. Joe Kelly is taking over supposedly on Amazing Spider-Man. I don't think it's just like a mini he's doing. I think it is. He's going to be the main writer. Again, this is I don't know if it's been officially announced by Marvel. This was speculation. It broke by mistake. This was back at the end of June. People were talking about it. Let me show you why. And thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Purple, sending love, still at work. Hey, I hope you're good. Keep going, keep working hard. Do your best. You can do it. You can get through it. Get through it and get to the end of the shift. Go home and chill out and have a good time. That's what I say. Great to see you, Purple. I hope you're well. I know it's crazy with the time difference, isn't it? It's mad. It's like crazy o'clock over there in the UK. Here we go. Let's make it full screen. This is how it was released by accident. On the back, for some reason, the back of a comic book has solicit a commercial for Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, issue 0, where it says, plus, a new era of the Amazing Spider-Man from Joe Kelly begins right here. It's a little sticker. It said there. So that's where they got it from. What do you think, folks? Is Joe Kelly a writer you're looking forward to? I don't know much about him, but I know that he has written Amazing Spider-Man before. So there we go. He did do a couple of issues of the current run, but they didn't go down very well because they were the ones where, what was it? I don't know if he wrote it, but maybe this was editorial. He basically had Peter saying to Black Cat, to Felicia, oh, don't worry about Mary Jane. I see her more as a sister. Of course I love her, but you know, it's more like a sister. Like, what? What are you doing? What are you talking about? Sister? Oh my God. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm trying to find a clip to punctuate that with, but I don't have it. Oh well, what can you do? When you can't find the clip, just drop something completely random.
Like how come a ghost from space keeps chicken and ham around? You're right.
Shout out to Fear Monarch for those clips. Really appreciate it, mate. I haven't had time to have a look at the latest one, but I like the sound of Batman and Scooby. Fantastic, mate. I appreciate it. So yeah, how we doing? I can't believe it. There's 20 people somehow. 20 people are watching right now. I don't know how. It's unbelievable. You guys and girls out there, you absolutely rule. You are wonderful. You know I'm going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes because I like to go for an hour. Go for an hour. See how it goes. I don't know what I'm talking about, Charlie. I have no idea. The main thing I know is that I know nothing. But yeah, it was a bit of comic talk, a bit of book recommendation. Also, we got a movie recommendation. Well, a kind of random, total crazy segue into a movie for Apache the Bronx. Haven't seen it in years. It was, prompted by a scene in the book I was talking about. I do have a recommendation, actually, before I go. I do have a recommendation. Where are we? The motor. I haven't finished it yet, so I can't say if it's any good. But I started this late last night, and I was like, no, I need to be awake to watch this. I was getting really sleepy. Let me show you. This kind of came out of nowhere. It's a movie called, the most interesting title, The Bike Riders. I know. Sounds a bit dodgy, right? But it's intriguing. It's intriguing so far, and it's got Elvis Presley in it. Austin Butler is in there, playing a biker. Where's the synopsis? Here we go. The Bike Riders captures a rebellious time in America when the culture and people were changing. I think it's set between late 60s, early 70s, around 1968, 69. After a chance encounter at a local bar, strong-willed Kathy, Jodie Comer, is inextricably drawn to Benny, Austin Butler, the newest member of Midwestern motorcycle club The Vandals, led by the enigmatic Johnny, who's Tom Hardy. So you got Tom Hardy in this as well. Much like the country around it, the club begins to evolve, transforming from a gathering place for local outsiders into a dangerous underworld of violence, forcing Benny to choose between Kathy and his loyalty to the club. Tell you, man, there's some really good cast in this. It's a good mix. There's Michael Shannon's in here, as I say, Tom Hardy. Norman Reedus is in here. I don't think I've seen him yet because I've only just started it. I'm just showing you there any more you might know. And I don't know the main female character, Jodie Comer, but she's really good so far in it. It's it looks good. I think it's based on either a true story or a documentary or a book, something like that. Let's have a look. The motorbike. See, there's a wiki about it. 2023 American crime drama film, written directed by Jeff Nichols. Its plot was inspired by the photo book of the same name by Danny Leon. It depicts the lives of the Vandals Motorcycle Club, a fictional version of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. So there we go. 1965 it opens up. Chicago-based Vandals Motorcycle Club. So yeah, I just like the look of it. It was like, Wild One vibes. Characters, they look good. It looks like well shot. It's interesting so far. But as I say, I think I'm like 15 minutes in, so we'll have to see how it goes. That is my recommendation. Yeah, Jodie. I didn't know how to pronounce it. I'm just, you've got to say, haven't you? You've got to try. Jodie Comer. She's a Comer, she is. Or is it Comer? Oh, she was in The Last Duel. Really? Nice one, Zax. Was that the one that Ridley Scott did with Kylo Ren? Can't remember. I don't think I finished that movie. No way. How you doing, man? Lyle Hammock. What's up, Gray and chat? Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. You too, man. Great to see you. I hope you're Genki. I hope the family are good. Hope things are going good for you too. Things are okay, mate. Things are okay. You know what it's like. I'm sure it's the same for you. We are keeping on. Japan's economy isn't great. I don't want to get into that now. Not struggling, but things aren't easy. Just we're still alive. We're still here. That's the most important thing. We're still going. I did not watch X-Men 97, Zax, although I do hear very good things about it. I don't know why. Just didn't get into it. Where are we? Lollipop. I want to say Lollipop. New writer of ASM is going to be Joe Kelly. Yes, he was part of the BND, Brand New Day. Is that? So we're getting Spider-Man and Black Cat. I see. Yeah, I remember he did those, as I say, he did those fill-in issues. It was like a two-parter in the middle of the Amazing Spider-Man run that Zeb Wells is doing. Good to see you, awesome one, by the way. Great to see you. Can't believe it. This is most people who ever watched my stream. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I love it. Fantastic. What time is it? 2:05. I don't tend to go on for over an hour. I'm on 57 minutes because, for replay value, people do watch on the replay. Quite surprised. And, who wants to watch like an hour and a half, 2 hours? Who's got that time? Who's got anything more than 10 minutes? Or is it 30 seconds these days? The TikTok attention span. What can you do? Free guy. Fearmonic saying, I like Norman Reedus and his funky fetus. Death Standing. Wow. Yeah, big shout out to Lyle. Lyle, great to see you, man. It's like the band getting back together, innit? Got Salty, got Zax, Lyle's there. Oh, man, that's cool. But really good to hear from you, man. Seriously. That is cool. What are your thoughts on some of the recent trailers for movies? Asks Charlie. Charlie the unicorn. And good to see you as well, sir. Gladiator 2. I thought it looked fine until the music kicked in. The weird rap, modern rap soundtrack. I don't know what was going on with that. Looked alright. Deadpool, yeah, looking forward to that. Captain America just looked a bit a bit bland. A bit like the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show. Not too bad though, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? I'm kind of excited for Wolverine and Deadpool. I don't know why. Because I'm the eternal optimist, maybe. I'm going to go and see it at the movie theatre. It's opening very soon, isn't it? Is it not next week? I think it's the week after. So we're almost there. Gladiator 2, I don't know what to make of it. Love the first one, of course. Who doesn't? Fantastic movie. And it's prompted a future rewatch. I'll be rewatching that soon to remember how good it is. But yeah, they should have gone for the original story, like Maximus in Hell, in Hades. That could have been cool. But maybe it's good. Yeah, Salty. I thought it was alright, mate. As I say, just the music, the soundtrack kind of spoiled it. So I thought it was really funny when that kicked in. And we got a very brief look at not Harrison Ford playing, not General Ross playing, not Red Hulk. It was weird, wasn't it? I don't know. It used to be called New World Order. Now it's Brave New World, isn't it? Captain America. And it's not Captain America. It's the Falcon. I don't know what to make of it, mate. All I've heard is reshoots. The release date being put off. So it doesn't sound very good, does it? It doesn't bode well. Doesn't fill you with optimism. Yeah, 2 weeks to Wolverine and Deadpool. And I'm mainly watching that for Wolverine. I'm not the biggest fan of Deadpool. I've watched the first 2 movies. I don't know. Now, Ryan Reynolds is good, but I just don't like the character. Shock horror. Never been a fan. Never read the comic. Apart from a couple of issues here and there. Captain Commie. Captain Caveman. Anyone remember that? Release date is wonky. They're talking about February, aren't they? Yeah, which is weird. It's a weird month. Valentine's Day, really, Charlie? Is it a romance? Maybe it's a romantic comedy. Who saw that coming? I just thought it looked like an secret. What do you call it? Jesus, let's say Secret Order. Secret Invasion. That which I didn't watch. I heard that was terrible. Just looked like more of that. Okay, we got some Lyle Hammett comment here. Here we go. Lyle's saying, frankly, I thought the Gladiator 2 trailer was fine, but I just kept thinking, do we need this movie? Yeah, well, that's it. That's what a lot of people are saying, aren't they? If it's a great movie and with a good story, I'm up for it. I'll watch it, but it feels like could be a cash grab. Is Hollywood so out of ideas that they're just continuing to make sequel after sequel, or relaunching franchises and things, bringing back Beetlejuice, which is a fantastic movie, by the way, but where are the original ideas? That's what I want to know. The Captain America 4. I stopped caring about Marvel a long time ago. Me too, Lyle. I've not seen the last few movies. Didn't bother. The last one I watched was the Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which was... It was okay. Yeah, so while I've got 17 people, that was awesome, by the way, to have 21 or 25 at one point. Thank you so much for watching. Well, I've got you all here. I think it's time. It's time to say goodbye. Beetlejuice 2 is either going to be crazy good or bad. Exactly, Charlie. And awesome one saying, Glad 2 looks okay, just pretty basic looking. I did like the idea of the crazy idea of flooding the stadium, the water battles with sharks and stuff. That sounds insane. It sounds kind of cool. Who knows? It might be good. Yeah, mate, we've done that before. We've talked about that, Stig. Yeah, when we've been doing movie reviews. If you go back to the 80s, even 70s, 80s, bring up the list for the top movies of that year, the box office, and it's unbelievable how many good movies there were. And yeah, how much better movies were back then, it seems, or is that just the nostalgia kicking in? The rose-tinted spectacles from the old man shaking his hand at the kids on the lawn, new kids on the block. Joker 2, I hope it's going to be awesome. It could be insanely bad, it could be insanely good. As the eternal optimist, I'm hoping for good things. And with that, I will leave you. So again, thanks so much for watching. Shout out to the members, the Wakizashi Teahouse Dojo. There will be a new Grant Morrison review. I just need to finish editing it. I'll put that up. That'll be up Sunday, so maybe Saturday night, your time. It could be, or early Sunday morning. But looking forward to a 3-day weekend. Umi no Hi, Marine Day, the sea day. I'm hoping to go out on the bike later because it's not raining for once. The rainy season has calmed down a little bit. It's sunny. It's gorgeous. I'll go out. It's not too hot. It's 28, which is, definitely bearable. But maybe not at 2:10 in the afternoon. Maybe I'll wait till 4 o'clock. We'll see. Cycle down to the beach, unplug, get my shoes and socks off and walk. Recharge. Do a bit of grounding, earthing. But yeah, great to see you. Thank you. And wish us luck for Monday, England. I know, Spain have been playing so well. They're probably going to wipe the floor with England, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Could possibly have a win. Okay, that's been awesome. Let me just drop 2 clips at the end.
He swaps his longsword for a wakizashi.
You guys and girls, you rock. Have a great weekend. You take care of yourselves. And yeah, see you soon. Matane.